earthquake with it. No, no, do that there. Touch them toe, earthquake, earthquake. Oh no, do that there. Touch them toe, earthquake with it. No, no, do that there. Touch them toe, earthquake, earthquake.
Yeah, we rock the party non-stop like this. Yeah, we rock the party non-stop like this. Yeah, we rock the party non-stop like this.
Welcome in, y'all. We are here with the Team Race League, back at it again. We've got Funoobs versus Cartel, a random one-off match here on this Thursday evening. As you can see, we've basically got the lobby up, ready to go. For Funoobs, we've got Stingox, Frost, and KLN FLN. Stingox, of course, being the creator of the tournament. Huge shout out to him. And for Cartel, we've got the well, I was going to say Chilean crew, but not quite. We've got Makakowski, BGM, and of course G-Force joining the ranks as well. Going to be an exciting match between two of the top-rated teams in the entire league, two of the most, teams that have got the people the most excited. There's a lot of teams like that here this season, the first official season, I suppose, of Team Race League, but this is going to be really exciting. We've got a sort of Europe versus South America match, which has been par for the course here in Team Race League. It's happened quite a bit, and it's cool to see the RVA community being represented so heavily. Of course, the European community has always been a big part of competitive Revolt, I felt like, but especially in the past couple of years, you know, it's kind of gone from a couple RVA members to really the whole scene joining in. So we'll get into it here shortly. Players getting their cars figured out, etc. Do give me just a moment here to handle things on my end as well, sort of get everything mixed up and ready to go. It does look like we're gonna head straight into it. We actually have 3 Hummas here today, maybe 2, maybe they swapped out. At least no, we got 2 for Cartel and 1 for Funoobs. Of course, the originals, kind of the Humma originals, G-Force and Stingox, like literal ancient history at this point, as well as BGM. We got the Shockwave coming out, KLN FLN making a quick getaway here. Everyone loaded up on pickups, and yeah, it is a bloodbath so far, but fortunately for both sides, nobody getting hit too hard. Stingox goes for the star, BGM as well. I don't know if they doubled up on the star action there. We got 1 star, BGM continues going. KLN FLN still going to be leading the race as the players jump up. Very good attempt on the star to try to bring BGM back down to where he began on that ramp, but it doesn't quite catch him, and here he is out in the lead, even with repathing for the star. He pops a battery, which is very dangerous as a Humma driver, but you see him not opting for the risky route, instead just going extremely safe with it to optimize, to minimize the risk that he's taking with that battery. Gonna go straight under the car as we proceed. Oh, unfortunately, wrecking under the car, really the one main place that you can wreck here on Toys in the Hood 1. I mean, not necessarily, but you know, a big problem area for a lot of drivers, but he's still completely fine. We got KLN FLN here in second. Don't worry, we will be pulling up the scoreboard here if I get a second. We'll go ahead. I don't want to do it right here during the middle of the match, but we'll get you set up for the rest of them. We still got BGM 70 meters ahead, and the turnaround from, I believe, Makakowski there, going to catch up KLN. Stingox manages to break away. We've got a lot of FNS members here in the second, third position. So it's going to be really tough for a Cartel member to find the second place, which is what you need in order to score a point here in the Team Race League. Nice zap onto KLN, but it's just not going to be enough. Stingox not getting caught. G-Force is going to be hunting down Stingox. It's either nobody scores here or G-Force is able to catch Stingox. Stingox is slowing down. BGM as well. It's kind of caught them in a pickle, and somehow Cartel's going to be able to get away with it, and they're going to lock in a point there. What was that? Evil genius move by BGM, completely throwing off the competition. No one seemed to know what to do, including G-Force, but somehow it all got settled in the end. Now, while we load into Supermarket, I know I gotta be quick because you blink and you miss it, but we should be good to go here as we load in. Yes, indeed, we will be. Thank you so much, Hi Duck, for creating that overlay. In comes the zap Frost will get spun around as well, but the Zap is going to be able to double tap onto all 3 Cartel members. No, there was also one player for FNS caught up in it. I believe that was Stingox. He'll be turning around possibly, but Supermarket is so small that it might not be the best move. KLN FLN with a battery ready is going to cleanse that and continue on. First place by 100 meters. Now BGM is just going to be trying to block, I presume here. The missile's not working out. G-Force pops a battery to Cartel members, blocking for FNS. Stingox does eventually turn around. We'll see if he is able to catch both of these players to buy a point here for FNS. He's currently waiting. As for KLN, he's pretty much already locked it in. The shockwave comes out. I do apologize for the camera work there. G-Force gets, hit around, but he's so far ahead of the competition that he will be able to lock it in, and there will be no points scored here. Now, while we have a break in the action for just a moment, I do want to cover how points are earned. Essentially, for any newcomers, the 3v3 point ceiling is 10 points. You can't get any more than 10 points. How you get a point is by having 2 players in position 1 and 2 for your team. You can get 2 points if you have 1, 2, and 3 all locked down by your team. Now, as Museum begins here, we've got an early start for, I was going to say for Frost, but he actually falls back a bit, finds a battery though, is trying to break away. KLN, FLN with the missiles on him, but actually Frost wrecks in the Toyaka around that turn. Makakasi's going to get shot with the missiles. Zap is loaded up for BGM. Around he goes through the shortcut, and he does nail it. He passes up 2 players with that as some carnage comes out on the sideline. Into the oil goes all members from both sides. Maybe a bit of a communication problem. Star does get lapped up, but the thing is, it doesn't really seem to get much of an advantage for either team. FNS, CTL, FNS, CTL. BGM does hit the fake, but then Stingox runs into a fake of his own. It does trigger his fake pickup though, or rather his bomb. So there is that. G-Force goes ahead and zaps him. And now we have Frost turning around at this point. Now keep in mind, still, it is another situation of one Funoobs member at the front. KLN, FLN, been a big player for the team so far. BGM immediately getting out of the zap with a battery. He goes and gets a new pickup. And this could be a break that BGM needed, but the issue is, as KLN runs into the bowling ball, unfortunately, as they begin lap 3, BGM doesn't really have any backup here. It's really all up to BGM. G-Force is 50 meters away. Did he just hit himself with the water balloon? Oh, I don't know if that's for sure what just happened there, but if it was, that's really unfortunate. And with a little bit of self-harm coming out from Stingox, that is kind of going to lock it down here, most likely, unless some serious action can come out. He's taking the long way around. Frost is on the back. BGM getting caught up a little bit in it. Gonna need a little bit more to bring him down than that, though. And it does look like they will just be wrapping it up. Oh, the bowling ball attempt from KLN, but it's not going to buy enough time. Stingox is 75 meters back, and that's going to be that. It continues to be 1-0 or 0-1, 0-1 in favor of Cartel, the South American crew, as we head into the next map. 4th map is going to be Botanical Gardens, and we've got Cartel leading 2 pole positions right here, leading overall. Let's see, they're going to be able to grab. It looks like BGM got that pickup. None of the players using the pull down trick on the sidewall, which is intriguing. Feels like a map knowledge thing usually, but in their case, they certainly, most if not all of them, knew about that. I'm not sure why they didn't go for it. We see Laggy Rock earlier in the week get so much advantage off of that. BGM possibly going for the star there, doesn't quite nail it. And I'm not sure if anyone was able to pick up that star, but right now we've got Cartel, FNS Cartel. There's Makakowski using the pull down method that I talked about. Stingox has already turned around. He gets zapped. Now he's definitely turned around. Cartel, 2 Cartel members out in the front. Let's lock into BGM here, as he is going to be already turned around, trying to just be a huge pain in the ass here for the Funoobs players. And I believe he did pop his own star right there, looking for another pickup to continue to delay. Stingox, I believe, turned around at this point. It's going to be Frostbitten here in third. He gets hit with the big water balloons, and there's a double oil on the play as well. Let's go ahead and see it as we go forward. Frost has actually been able to break free. The oil trip wire was very effective, and actually it looks like this might be another point for Cartel. Not quite. Frost able to lock in the second place. The beautifully timed missile that catches a player out. He's asking, how did that hit? It truly was a work of art there as G-Force actually comes in fourth. And FNS does an amazing job of holding Cartel at 0-1. This is incredibly important to me. And you might ask why. It just would be 1 point. But the thing is, it's so important in my experience here of watching TEAMRACE League. It's so important to not let the snowball effect start happening. 1 point turns into 2, 2 into 3, 3 into 4, and all of a sudden, once a team is at 0-4, it's like they're like a wet noodle at that point. So FNS does manage to hang their head in it, getting hit with the missile right away, but Cartel has a bomb of their own. It seemed like 2 players wrecking Cartel or Makakowski and G-Force, but they're still going to be very close, challenging hard into the oil. How many players will that catch? The shockwave as well with a zap. Unfortunately, Stingox zapping his own team there for a bit. He can't seem to get away from him either. Eventually does get away, and we've got 2 Cartel members still out in the front too. FNS, Frost getting spun around. Perfect timing on the star, causing Frost to get starred during a turn, which causes him to spin out as he loses control of his car. KLN blows up from a bomb, immediately has to reset. And yeah, Funoobs is seriously having a difficult time catching Cartel at all. Let's go ahead and lock in to Stingox here, who has turned around. He's going to be trying to slow down the front 2 Cartel members, as I believe they're on lap 3. Hard to remember. No, they're just on lap 2. Don't sound the alarm quite yet. Stingox is waiting to hit them with something, dodging the missiles. Shockwave comes out, hits 1, gonna be able to catch that in, no problem. Actually, Makakowski seems to have been completely unfazed by it. How about another shockwave? Makakowski is almost completely fine, goes for the half pipe. Look at BGM, 120 meters out in the lead, but the real action is happening right here. Frost versus Makakowski with their turned around compatriots, but oh my god, Makakowski got hit so damn hard. He's now all the way in fourth, and this should be a pretty straightforward tie round for Cartel and Funoobs here on Rooftops DC. Welcome into my chatters. Welcome in. We got some Frostbitten cheers, of course. The race is not quite over yet. I mean, Frost actually got quite close to BGM, but now it is officially over. We got Esteban, ROG, we got Tia Rody as well. Would love to cast with you, Tia Rody. Hit me up whenever. And would love to cast with any of y'all who feels like hopping in. But we will go ahead and go to the next one, Toy World. This is a very chaotic one. We've got all of FNS on the right side, all of Cartel on the left side. Let's see how it plays out. Frost going to be trying to take an early advantage, but it's actually Makakowski. Again, Cartel has been so damn good at just time trialing the house down boots. Actually, an FNS member drops down for the star. Another player gets hit by the fake on the piano, but they seem to have made a full recovery. Couldn't quite see who had that star, but perfectly timed. Look at Makakowski. He not only loses all of his speed going into the ramp, making the ramp take longer, but he gets no launch either, and he falls down the second ramp as well. Such an important time to be hitting that star, but as we see, 2 Cartel members still out here in the lead, and FNS has just been trying to tread water this whole time. They've just been trying to not lose control, they've got their hands off the cliff, it feels like, and they're just hanging on for dear life. That being said, they've done a very good job at clinging to life, because we currently have another potential point for Cartel, but not quite. I think that was KLN who hit him there, and KLN is going to be trying to break away. Right now, Cartel has no additional support except for G-Force, who fires off some rockets. BGM swerves by. Makakowski waiting with the zap, but it's not going to be necessary as Cartel manages to lock in yet another point. Now it is only going to be 0-2 in favor of Cartel, but again, the snowball effect is kind of starting to become an issue for me, especially if Cartel managed to get a third point without FNS matching them. But we are here at Ghost Town 1. Will FNS be strung up at the gallows, or will they find another chance at life? There's really only one way to tell. There it is, the noose. Is it waiting for them? Frost, unfortunate turn. Crowded out by Makikoski. Reflection missiles not working. The battery from Sting in the Humma trying to make it work, but he gets starred and he doesn't have a battery to work with. Makikoski, on the other hand, does. He immediately cleanses the zap. We've got Kaolin chasing him down. We've got Stingox chasing him down. But for now, another Cartel member standing in the way with a massive oil around the gallows. The perfect spot for it. Frost even runs into it as well. BGM manages to avoid it. And we just got the question, can Kaolin FLN hang on? Right into the oil, but he manages to keep it pretty steady. The zap comes out, both FNS members hit the shockwave in retaliation, and actually Kaolin is now leading. G-Force is right here waiting in the wings though. Third lap, last chance. It does look like it's going to be another tie ball game unless the stop zap onto G-Force. Frost is now trying to break away, runs into the oil. Kaolin slows down, maybe got zapped there as well. Absolute chaos unfolding. Who is going to lock it in? It's not going to be Frost. It's going to be Makikoski and G-Force as Frost fell off the edge and Kaolin FLM was not able to make it. Now they're 0-3. How has this happened? It looked like Funoobs was about to get their first point in the match, and it ends up being the 3-strike system. Here, of course, you know, it's not a real system. I mean, who knows if Funoobs can still come back and win, but it starts to be a little bit scary when you're about halfway through the map selection and you're down 0-3. So they really need to get the ball rolling unless they're banking it all on a miracle. You really can't count out this crew. Again, Frost and Stingox, two of the most storied players in the game. You can really rely on them. They're endurance pros, but the pickups have been an issue so far. Toys in the Hood 1 was a massive problem as CTL just ran circles around them in the final loop. Now, as we focus forward here, the second of our Toy Worlds is about here on the second lap. Double shockwave by Makikoski, not going to affect either of the FNS members. It does get him around them though, as we do have both CTL members in the lead. G-Force and Makikoski. Stop zap for Makikoski, and again, just going to be slowing it all the way down and catching Stingox as well. An oil comes out, but it's an oil on the straightaway. I don't seem that to be an incredibly effective oil, more of just a cycle. BGM, I don't know, I believe he turned around and he sits there and waits to take the bomb from Makikoski. Wow, what a teammate, doing it all. Offense, defense, he can do it all. G-Force is here in second place, just cruising by, as it looks like there's going to be a fourth point locked in for Cartel. G-Force even takes the alternate route because he realizes, I'm way in the lead. I just need to not get messed up by this guy who turned around. He's got the, actually he zaps Kaolin there and goes for a new pickup. This is going to be another point for Cartel. 0-4 in favor of Cartel. Yeah, problematic situation here for Funoobs. And I gotta say, I don't feel like Kaolin FLN has really particularly been the problem, which is who you might expect out of this team. He's actually been doing a really good job at keeping pace, but unfortunately, Cartel has just managed to find ways to constantly be in the lead, and they're able to work together to bring that second player in, whether it's a turned around player or it's a first place player from Cartel. Either one of them is doing such a good job at carrying the middle player across the finish line. Some unfortunate bounces there, and the early star from Makikoski, he turned around for it at the beginning of the race, and he is going to pass up two FNS members. Cartel, though, is second, third, and fourth. First place is breaking away, and it's once again going to be Kaolin FLN. Surprisingly, this player has been a great anchor for Funoobs. It was pretty much the last thing that I would have expected here, just because of how strong the other two players are, but Kaolin definitely earning his keep here for Funoobs so far. The bridge, G-Force lands it perfectly, immediately pops a battery as he lands. This is the sort of, just pitch perfect gameplay, frame perfect gameplay that you'd expect from these drivers. The shockwave comes out, but Kalen's got the zap. He's gonna back it up, and he's gonna give G-Force the bomb as well, and he's gonna hit Makakowski as well. Kalen, the one-man machine here, popping off right now. Hold on, BGM is going to try and make something happen here. He's got a, I forgot the player, Berdang. He pulls the Berdang as he gets the battery zap, and he does manage to pull away in first with it, the Berdangaranga, as we do have all three Cartel members currently sitting in 1, 2, 3, but it's very close. Kalen is now passed up 1, 2, he gets zapped. Oil comes out, another zap onto Frost. This is incredible. Absolutely. Oh my god, he almost hits Kalen FLN as well. BGM almost had a full team zap, and then he gets hit, but I think he had the battery ready, and he even passes the bomb over. Hold on, Kalen gets zapped again, and he's gonna blow up from the bomb. We've got 2 Cartel members leading the way. Makakowski has to go into the dirt to avoid the oil. Now he's got a bomb. Stingox lets him by, and the right into the hose as well. Oh my god, normally you want to be all over the hose, but unfortunately in this game it's something you want to avoid. So we do have G-Force locking it in. Frost is going to be in second, and we do have a 0-4 situation continuing for Cartel, in favor of Cartel. Welcome in, welcome in. Good to have y'all in here. Yeah, this is I honestly didn't expect so many of you to be ready to watch this, but it's great to have y'all in here. One of the more exciting matches of the week, and they are definitely standing up to the pressure here. Funoobs versus Cartel, South America versus Europe, or Europe versus South America, continues on. Frost leading the way. Kalen FLN with a beautiful battery using the wall. 3 members of FNS do break away. This could be the big break that they need, but we know it's not that simple. Cartel is going to be trying to catch them any way that they can. Nice fake. Does Kalen grab the star for the team? He is going to grab it. Beautifully done. Drops the oil as well. FNS still 3 strong. They don't really need to pop it right now, but I suppose they could. He does go ahead and pop it once they get up the ramp. Kind of slows down G-Force a bit. He's got a battery, and this is looking really good. Remember, if all 3 FNS members make it into the top 3, that's going to be 2 points, which will bring it up to 2-4, cutting their deficit in half right away. Beautiful explosion from Stingox. So it looked kind of like he tried to stabilize himself, maybe a little bit of lag, visual lag from my screen. But it did look like he was trying to stabilize himself. It worked out. The shockwave comes out. It catches Frost. Frost responds with 3 missiles. Nice delay on the 3rd missile. 1 water balloon is all it takes, though, to equalize the situation. BGM tosses 2 more balloons out. Stingox not going to get hit by those. And now we've got FNS, FNS, FNS still, because BGM turned around. Keep in mind, though, we're just now beginning the 3rd lap. This is one of our longer tracks, so it's not, mission critical quite yet, but it is definitely getting there. BGM, however, is being a problem. Let's go ahead and tune into him here, as he is playing from 6th place. He has turned around. He's getting multiple batteries, and that is something that happens. Depending on what position you're in, you are more likely or less likely to get certain pickups. And of course, battery is a big one that you often get when you're in that back position to try to get you more forward into the race. He gets a bowling ball. I don't know how effective it was, but let's look forward here, as we've still got all 3 members of FNS here. This would be massive, but we can't get too excited yet. The shockwave comes out. Stingox has a full barrel recovery. Makakowski trying to get in. The fake onto BGM, and this will be 3 points for FNS, bringing it to, or 3 positions for FNS, bringing it up to 2-4, still in favor of Cartel, but a massive clapback from Funoobs. And I don't want to harp on the Hummas too much, but when we do have a top speed area, that is going to favor FU Noobs because they have 2 Toyekas and Cartel is only working with 1 Toyeka. You can see actually both the Toyekas turned around by the end. So will that matter? We'll see. We got another Toy Tanic coming, but for the time being, we are here in the museum. Gotta dodge the dinosaur exhibits, gotta watch out for the oncoming traffic, and gotta watch out for people being just slammed every which way as well. We got the star coming up, 2 Cartel members with an early breakaway. Again, the anchor KLN FLN has just been tearing it up. They actually route towards the star. BGM picks it up. He pops a battery on the Humma as well. Very confident in his Humma play, obviously. He goes... Okay, just gonna be chilling for now. What was that? He goes all over the place trying to catch a Cartel member, I do believe. He actually sends BGM flying a little bit. Missiles come out to Makikoski. We've got Stingox in that first place position though. Needs to hold it down for FNS, and this is really a place that the Humma can truly shine. With all these areas where you have to slow down and re-accelerate, it's really working in his favor as he hits BGM with the zap as well. BGM actually hits G-Force, or rather G-Force hits BGM. Now we continue on. Makikoski, the zap, double zap, it looks like. Oil comes out as well. Going to be letting the other Cartel members break away. Look at KLN with, I believe, the star was ready to go, and yeah, now it's going to be 2 FNS members in the lead once more. But we can't get too excited about this for the FNS fans out there because this is just lap 2. We got plenty of oncoming traffic, very chaotic track. Bomb exploding. Let's see how they respond in the oncoming area. Yeah, big missile damage. KLN getting pushed forward by Sting. What was that? Oh my god. Talking about a teammate here. Pushes him right on. We got G-Force. We got Makikoski. They're trying to catch FNS, but FNS actually has a really nice breakaway. BGM is who we're going to lock into here as he's turned around, and he is working with batteries, trying to, get something to make a difference here against the 2. He tries to block with this car. Not quite the double shockwave. He does get zapped. Oh my god, the missile as well. Stingox cannot be controlled though. Hold on, another missile. And the double will eventually spin him out. Now, if we look forward, G-Force does manage to get in second place. Now, FNS has to slow down G-Force in some way, but we've got the oncoming traffic who watch from third place. G-Force goes over and gets zapped, I believe. FNS top 2. G-Force, look at that! G-Force goes to the other side, and they catch Stingox in the middle. The missile response, though, as G-Force goes spinning, but look at how far Stingox is, getting absolutely blasted by 2 Cartel members. Oh my god, he gets past the bomb, and he runs into the bowling ball as well. That being said, it'll be a no-point game here. 0-4 museum here as we go 2-4 overall. Continuing on, supermarket. 1 Cartel, 1 FNS in the pole positions. This ramp is so important. Who got a zap? Did anyone get it? Bomb getting passed around like a hot potato. He drops down but passes it to BGM before it gets there. G-Force not going to be taking it. This is all BGM. And you know what? BGM has been doing an incredibly good job at turning around and hitting people. So I think this is actually a great, I don't know if this was a conscious decision by Cartel, but it ended up being really good for Cartel. BGM really feels at home in this position, letting Makikoski and G-Force continue on. BGM's driving is so good that he's right back up there in the pack. He grabs the star for the team. And now Cartel's really set up for success. I think he uses a star on the ramp here. Yeah, gonna make it kind of awkward for Stingox. Okay, missile coming out onto KLN. And let's go ahead and look forward because we currently have 3 Cartel members in 1, 2, 3 right now, and they're finishing up lap 2. So this is really dangerous here for FNS. Right when you think they start to get into it, they would essentially lose everything that they gained from Titanic right here in Supermarket. G-Force not being too phased by the bomb explosion. Gets another pickup. The oil comes out. KLN gets spun around. Look at, oh, this is so toxic for Makakowski. Just stop zapping on the ramp. He even catches KLN FLN by the end of it. KLN trying to shoot the rocket to push him forward, but it actually doesn't work out. He backs up into it. The Cartel members 3 strong. This is really bad. Let's see what Stingox can do. Stingox has turned around for the team. Actually, Frost has as well. One of them have to catch FNS, or I'm sorry, Cartel here. They're gonna catch BGM, but BGM's got like double battery. He just goes around the side. But wait, what's G-Force doing here? G-Force is already done. How is he all the way over here? G-Force is already finished. G-Force is going full Hackermans on the game, and they're gonna lock in a 2-6 with Supermarket 1. It's really not a good position for Funoobs to be in at this position. Cartel can't celebrate too early here because FNS can still do it, but if they don't get all 3 members in the top 3, then it's over. And that's just a tie. Both rounds have to be perfect for FNS to tie at this point. Cartel is trying to lock it in the best they can. Frost, Stingox. That is something that I want to touch on is Cartel has just had insane communication. I mean, really, it's been insane. We're not done yet, though. We can save that for post-game. Beautiful zap. FNS with the double, with the triple zap. Now, BGM did have a battery ready, but that was incredible by Frost. Catching a triple kill with that zap. And 2 Cartel members are now in the back too. But wait, KLN FLN is here in 5th. And this is who we're going to tune into for the time being. KLN running into the oil. He's got a lot of pressure on him at this point because, I mean, they have to get 2 points in Ghost Town and in Titanic. Otherwise, it's over. They can still fight for checkpoints, right? That's still an important thing because FNS is only at 2 points right now. So checkpoints are still incredibly important. But right now, we're not sure if that's going to happen. KLN, that was actually an amazing shockwave. A little bit of friendly fire, but for us, not too impacted by it. And now we have done it. Hold on. Frost slows down for a missile, which is kind of crazy, but I respect it. We've got 3 strong here for FNS, but is it going to get locked in? I know one person who could be problem. Makakowski right here, who's driving in the middle, waiting to cause some ruckus. The bowling ball. Let's go back to Frost here. Frost trying to get around Makakowski. BGM locked onto him with the missiles. G-Force gets around him. Frost is trying to get through. FNS has to stop. They have to help. They have to get Frost across the finish line here. Oh, it got so damn close. It got so damn close, but it is G-Force wedging himself into that 3rd place position. FNS does meet 3 points, which is good for them. That is good, but it's not going to win them the race. The best that they can do at this point is 5-6. And they are, of course, going to play it out. Got to still try to get as many points as they can, but that is going to be the end of the road as far as them winning this race against Cartel. The series as a whole will go in favor of Cartel. Let's see what FNS can do here. Now that all the pressure's off, they can only go up from here. Frost getting flipped over, unfortunately. Anybody going to get the... I couldn't see who got the star. Stingox, BGM. Star comes out, G-Force slides by, blows up, but he's wall riding. Beautifully done. Not going to get hit by the missile either. And he is a nice 50 meters out in the lead while BGM stop zaps to grab one. Not quite going to grab both of them, but Stingox is here with the bomb as well. Oh, Stingox with the stop zap and passes the bomb over to BGM. Well done by Sting, but he's got a lot of work to do if he's going to catch G-Force. Nice missiles. Oh, the oil in the captain's quarters is going to be a problem for all the FL. They're swimming in it. They are absolutely swimming in it. Look at G-Force here. He's going to take the explosion. It's not the best spot. It's not the best RNG, but it's going to be okay. Makakowski trying to catch up. Not really a big deal. Just trying to get 7 points. Stingox, in the meantime, here in third place, trying to hunt down with the battery. This is still very doable for Stingox to take a point away. The question is, though, will they be able to get a point? G-Force is actually getting hit really... Okay, he stopped that whole way just to zap Stingox. I respect the hell of it. Stingox blows up, but he's fine. The missiles from BGM, though. Again, BGM has been that power player from the back lines, making it happen. Stingox managing to get through that minefield of missiles, but he's not done yet. BGM has to flip over, and he will be able to escape for the time being. But look at this. 2 Cartel members are still here in the top 2. And they're finishing it up. We're in the final turns of lap 3. Cartel is okay. All right, they might be able to steal this last point away. Oh, the zap. KLN gonna try to stop it. Missiles instantly reset, and they will get an additional point for their team. GGWP. Final score 3-7. GG's across the board. What an exciting match. Probably the most exciting match this week, I gotta say. The snowball effect is a real thing, and it just felt like Cartel was, number one, they had the pace. Number one, every single track in the first 15 seconds, boom, Cartel's got a lead, and FNS is trying to strike back. That was a problem. Number 2, though, the communication between Cartel was absurd. The team play was absurd. One of the shining moments for me was on Museum, where there's kind of you're at the dinosaur exhibit and you have to choose your path, forward, left, or right. We actually had a player who was either like turned around or very far back, and he stop zaps a player on one team, but the other player was already for Cartel's main driver was already in the other lane. They had already prepared for it. They were already ready. They were calling him to go to the side so that the middle could get zapped, and that was just like a holy shit moment. Maybe if FNS had read the situation just a little bit better, they would have known to follow behind that player. But it's really easy to say from the spectator booth. It's a lot harder to actually execute on that, obviously. So Cartel had a lot of other really insane teamwork moments, but also FNS was rug pulled on a couple of occasions as well. Ghost Town was a major moment. Ghost Town 1 was a major moment where it looked like FNS was about to lock in 2 points, and instead Cartel managed to lock in a point. So there were some rug pulls. As a whole, it was such an incredible match to watch. These two titans of Revolt spar. But at the end of the day, Cartel was able to, in general, pull away, and the points reflected that. So little by little, absolutely. But also there at the end, we had the 2-point exchange from both sides, which was also incredibly exciting to see. So what a match it was. Really fun to watch, really fun to cast. We're going to have plenty more coming up this weekend, especially on Saturday. We'll do a bit of a marathon. On Sunday, maybe some rescheduled matches as well. You'll be able to find us live on Saturdays, probably starting around 18 or 19 UTC, and we'll go on for a couple hours. So we'll see you then. Team Race League will continue on Saturday, and we'll see you soon. Bye.